So I read chapter 13, and chapter 13 basically follows a senior editor and lead reporter of a newspaper at a school, and she unfortunately had to report on the death of another student. And the challenge came from the fact that she had to do it a day before the paper would run. So she had to write her entire story in a day. And basically, she was able to interview the coroner, and she found that the cause of death was not necessarily related to the fact that she had gone for a medical procedure at a dentist. And basically, the coroner said that she couldn't make the claim that it was because of that. So the reporter had to decide whether, like, how she was going to her include that information in her story. And she also had to get most of her information about the girl herself from her Facebook page, because she didn't really have enough time to go around and interview all of her friends and family. And basically, the controversy came from the fact that her sorority, they felt slighted because they were not included in the story. Some of them thought that talking about her cause of death was disrespectful, and that the piece should purely just be about the girl and remembering her. And I feel like uh, it's important that when you're reporting on a death that you make sure that all of the information is accurate. So I personally think that she should be keeping the student body up to date on her cause of death. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. The girl, she did get a name wrong, because I guess one of the victim's friends um put their had their a wrong username on Facebook. It wasn't his real name, so she did get that wrong. And she, when getting your information from Facebook, you should be clarifying those things, because she did actually get permission from all of those students to include their Facebook, the posts and information that they have on Facebook. And there's also another interesting aspect with this case, of whether or not you can, like, grab people's Facebook pictures and post them on your in your story. And the book says that the Supreme Court hasn't actually ruled yet on that specific issue. So it would be interesting to see if at some point that issue does get resolved, whether or not you can use Facebook pictures. But honestly, I think the reporter did a good job with the story. I There aren't any glaring things that I can see in here where I can say that, oh, she really messed up there. She got the name wrong, which is unfortunate. But in general, I think she did the best that she could um under the circumstances that she was in. And I think she also did a good job in not lashing out at the people criticizing her, and instead politely um, explaining why she did the things that she did to them. And I think it's especially not to get. I think it's especially important not to get too defensive when you're dealing with people in grief. Um, and yeah, I think the girl did a good job, and she was able to resolve all of the animosity in a good way. And it seems that at the end of the situation, that everyone was on good terms.